Stick. So slowly. Stick. Stick. I'm just singing bullshit.
Yeah. All right.
Wonderful people, it is your boy Quabs. I am here to tell you about states that happened on the 27th of May. Yeah, state championships was hectic, like really hectic. Even though, guys, in South Africa, state championships, or what we used to call Nats, most of the tournaments would range between 100 to 200 people. So I think what Konami decided to do is split them up into two. That's why we have state championships. And this year we had 100 people in Johannesburg. The next one will be happening in Cape Town. And the people who did host the state championships is AI Fest. Let's go. AI Fest. They hosted such a wonderful tournament. So shout out to you, AI. Everything went smoothly, even though there was load shedding. We pushed through. It was absolutely amazing. To the judges, thank you so much. To all my mates who helped me out with my deck, thank you. And yeah, guys, as I said, this states was kind of hectic. I decided to play something a bit more meta because last year I didn't really play a meta deck. I was playing branded Outledge, but it wasn't like too Outledge. It was more zombie based Outledge. Did okay, but this year at least I did a bit better. I did play Labyrinth, and my record was 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. My 3 losses, I gotta say the 2 that I lost to were they were well deserved. The one was a mirror match, and then the other one was against Branded. So shout outs to a Branded player. And then the other one was to Henry. If you guys know, Henry is probably one of the most unpredictable players in Johannesburg. So you do not know what Henry is going to play, and he played Marinces. I gotta say we actually misplayed heavy, like both of us when we were talking after the game. There was a moment where I could have just went for game, but I do respect the guy. I know how he plays, so I kind of went too cautious, and it bit me in the butt. So yeah, Henry, you played fantastically. It was one game, by the way. We played a 45-minute game. It was absolutely nuts. But yeah, those are my 3 losses. And then my 3 wins were against... First game was against Cash, guys. First game was against Cash. That's just madness. Second game was unfortunately against my editor, Jordan. We drew that. So yeah, we drew that. That was actually pretty rough. One of the most rough games ever because we test together. So we already knew what each deck does, and we knew our deck's choke points. So yeah, it was just crazy. And then my other 2 wins were against my only trap trick game, and then my last game, which was against Crystal Beasts. So yeah, shout out to you, and we always pair up at the last game. So it was fun. But yeah, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about the top cut. I certainly was surprised to see the amount of cash players that were actually at the tournament. I thought people would mostly be playing trap tricks, but sure, it was such a mixture of decks that I did see in the tournament. There was obviously cash, there was trap tricks, there was branded. There was a deck that I never thought somebody would play, which actually made top 16, which was actually pretty awesome. I think we had a Gradle player as well. We had a player that was playing Gradials as well. I'm not too sure what place he came in after, but yeah. And then obviously we had lab players. We knew we weren't going to have a lot of lab players. I think there was only like 4 or 5 of us. I might be wrong with that one, but yeah, those were the actual decks that were being played. So it was quite awesome. It was quite awesome to see. But we're gonna get into the top cut. So after 7 rounds, top 16 was actually crazy. Most of it was cash. There was one Pearly, one super heavy samurai, one punk, two. I want to say two, but it's basically 1.5 trap tricks. The reason why I'll say this is because of what I'm about to show you guys, and then one branded and one labyrinth player. So yeah, top 16 is crazy. Again, I did mention that I was not expecting so many cash players, but I think people already knew that cash was going to be hit soon. So I mean, if it wasn't being hit now, then you might as well use the best deck in the current format. So oh goodness, it was crazy. So I'm just going to go into the top 16, and then we're going to go into top 8. So top 16, I'm not going to mention all the decks because as I said, most of them were cash. So some of them did vary, but the decks were considerably like the same. So the one interesting deck I saw, it was super heavy trap tricks. Yeah, yes, I said it, super heavy trap tricks. So when I first heard of the deck, I was not expecting like a lot of super heavy cards, but I was quite surprised. So so the person playing this was Ubeshin. I hope I didn't botch your name, but yeah, Ubeshin came 16th with Trap Trick Super Heavy Samurai. When I looked into the extra deck list, I realized how his deck functioned. So he played 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Draw, 3 Nib. That is standard. Right now, it is standard. And then for the Super Heavies, he played 2 Big Benkei. He played 3 Motorbike. And the new one, 3 Prodigy Wakashi. I think I said that right. And then the 1 Booster. So that was the Super Heavy package in the main deck. Actually nuts, but when you see the other stuff, you'll realize why it is like this. Okay, and then for the Trap Tricks lineup, I think the rest of the stuff were pretty much Trap Tricks, but it was 3 Arachnocamper, 3 Dionea, 3 Mantis, 3 Mamelio, and 3 Pudica. That's basically standard in a normal Trap Tricks deck. And then we're going to go into the spells. This is where it gets crazy, guys. The spells. Ran 2 spells. He ran Double or Nothing. And Trap Trick Garden, obviously because of the Trap Tricks. Double or Nothing. You guys know where I'm going with this. Played Double or Nothing. Okay. And then for the traps, obviously a small trap lineup, because if you are going first with super heavies, you can't really have spells or traps in the graveyard. So it's understandable why the spell and traps are minimum. So the traps, 1 Floodgate, 1 Grave Diggers, 3 Holotea, obviously, which is a level 4. And Trap Hole Nightmare, 1 Trap Hole Nightmare. So yeah, very little spells and traps. Obviously heavy monster lineup. It's super heavy. But yeah, that was a main deck. Absolutely nuts. And then for the side deck, ran 3 Sticky Kaiju, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 D Barrier, 3 Evenly, 3 Solemn Judgment. No 2s, no 1s, 3 of each. Pretty standard. I wouldn't change anything because of the actual line that I can see that the player wanted to go into. You want to Kaiju your opponent and you just want to attack for game. So yeah, pretty awesome. And then the extra deck lineup. So you have 1 Exiton Knight, 1 Gagaga Cowboy, shoutouts to Michael, 1 number 39 Utopia, 1 Utopia Double, and 1 Utopia the Lightning. He was just going for OTK. You can see clearly he's going for OTK. That is absolutely insane. Okay, and then the Trap Tricks, you get 1 Alumeris, 2 Pingicula. Oh my gosh, my editor's gonna freaking laugh. And then 2 Rafflesia. And then for the links, your Appaloosa, your Atopus, and your 3 Sarah standard, and a Trap Tricks deck. So yeah, that was the top 16 super heavy Trap Tricks. That That was pretty awesome. When I saw this, I was really surprised. Really surprised. Very innovative. And then for the Pearly deck, there was only one Pearly deck that made top 16, and I gotta say the Pearly deck was a standard Pearly deck that I have seen. What was spicy was the side deck, which I'm going to go through now. But shout outs to Mahir. Mahir played your normal Pearly deck, and then obviously hand traps. So he ran 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Brow, which I've seen in some Pearly decks, 3 Draw, 3 Haunted Mansion, 2 Nib, and 3 Omega. And then obviously you have the Garnet, which is the driver. And then he played 3 Pearly, and then 3 Pearlily, and 1 Shadow Beast. That was the monster lineup. And then for the spells, the only non-Pearly spell that he did run in the main was 2 Enemy Controller, which was pretty standard. I gotta say, this lineup was actually pretty clean. I didn't see anything weird about it. This is what I've seen with most Pearly decks that I've come across. So off to the spells. Obviously, you run 3 My Friend Pearly, 3 Delicious, ban list, 3 Happy, 3 Pretty, 3 Sleepy, and 1 Stray Pearly Street. That was for the spells. And then for the traps, he just ran the 2 Pearly Yeep for the trap lineup. So here's where it gets really crazy. I've never seen this in a Pearly side. So my boy ran 2 Ghost Ogre, okay, obviously for the hand traps. 3 Vanity's Fiend. 3 Vanity's Fiend. Very spicy. This is the one part of the spice that I thought was nuts. 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and 2 Mirror of the Ice Barrier. Mirror of the Ice Barrier. I had to look back because the last time I saw this card was in the structure deck. So basically, the card is based on when your opponent banishes stuff from your hand, field, or graveyard. So if it's from your hand, banish up to 2 random cards from your opponent's hand. If it's from the field, banish 2 monsters your opponent controls, or 2 cards, I should say. And the graveyard, banish up to 2 cards from your opponent's graveyard. This is nuts. This is actually nuts, especially in a cash heavy format. So yeah, this was very spicy, very, very spicy. I never thought of actually using Mirror of the Ice Barrier, but clearly I wouldn't say this necessarily got him to top cut, but I mean, if he was using this against cash, this is actually pretty spicy. And then obviously the 2 Imper. Okay, and then for the extra deck is it's a standard Pearly stuff. So you get your AA Zeus, you get your Download for when you obviously attack with your rank 1s and you want to go into Zeus. Then you get the 2 Pearly Beauties, 1 Happiness, 2 Plump, 2x Pearly Happiness, and then 2x Pearly Noir. And then for the other rank 1s, you get Assembled Nightingale, the Luralisks, and then Ensemble Robin. Pretty standard. Like, I've seen this as well in other Pearly decks. So, no, it was really good. And then the Lynx, the 1 Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, and then the 1 Anima. The Anima is kind of cheesy. But I like this deck. This Pearly deck looks really awesome. I think the only thing that Pearly players are going to have to cut is obviously Delicious Memory, only to 2. So I think, I mean, this is a 43 card deck here. So removing the 2 or maybe replacing the 2 with other cards won't really affect the deck much. I might be wrong. Don't hurt me. Don't be out to get me in the comments. But yeah, that was 15th place, Pearly. And number 14 in top 16 was Super Heavy. Shout out to Caleb. Caleb piloted Super Heavy Samurai for our states. And yeah, I kind of like this list. Obviously, with the super heavies, you can't run spells or traps. But yeah, this was a really good list. But let's go through it. So Caleb ran 1 Ancient Gear box, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Droll, 2 Moonlit Chill, and 2 Ghost Ogre for some of the hand traps. Then 1 Tunneler, 2 Fenrir, 3 Nib, standard, 3 Gamma with the 1 Driver. That was basically the non super heavy cards slash hand traps. And then for the super heavy lineup, he ran 2 big Benki. I think I've seen this quite a few times. People only run 2 Benki in the super heavies. Then 3 Motorbike, 3 Wakashi, 1 Scales, 1 Booster, 1 Soul Peacemaker, 3 Soul Piercer, and 1 Stealthy. And then the last one is Wag On. Wag Off. Wag On. Wag Off. And then the last monster we have is Theron King Regulus. It is a machine deck, so that is pretty standard. And then the extra deck. Extra deck also, yeah, I was supposed to say a side deck, but we could go to the extra deck. Extra deck also standard I've seen in the super heavies. So you have your Assault Synchron Stardust Dragon, then you get your Baron, standard, Warlord, Omega, and the Ninja Saratobi for the Synchros. And then for the XCs, you have your AA Zeus, you get your Champion Sargus, Baguska, and Merrymaker. Obviously, if you want to turbo out the King Regulus, or if you just want a very beefy Zeus, you just use this package right here. Then you get the Ancient Gear Ballista. I'm an Earth Machine player, so yeah, you get your Ballista, get your Appaloosa, your Earth Charmer, which is actually pretty nice because if you are playing against a cash player, you can actually summon the Fenrir. And then Cleaford Genius and 2 Scarecrow. Oof. Bandless chowed some of these decks. But yeah, this is a very clean list. So Caleb, shout outs to you. This was an amazing list. So congratulations. And then 13th was crazy, guys. Like 13th, I did not expect this deck to be played at States, but Bearded Yu-Gi-Oh! Theon came 13th with his Punk deck, which is absolutely insane. I am not going to show you guys the deck profile. I am going to give you a link to his deck profile for his 13th place, his top 16. So Theon, congratulations, well deserved. I think you're probably the best pilot in when it comes to Punk in the country. So shout outs to you, man. So 9th, 10th, and 12th place was Cash. And the reason why I say that is because I'm not going to put their deck here. Their deck was like standard Cash. They did very well with the Cash deck. And yeah, not much was different compared to the other Cash decks. But 11th place was Byron. Byron, the branded bro, Byron. Absolutely insane. Byron, congratulations. Shout outs to you, man. As soon as I saw this deck, I was like, this is absolutely nuts. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, we're going to go through his list now. So branded was just crazy at States. I played one branded deck, as I did mention, and my goodness, the way I had to resolve D-Barrier off the rip was just insane. But let's go through the deck profile. So Byron decided to play 1 Albion, standard, 3 Aluba, 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Blazing Cartesia, 1 Tragedy, 3 Droll, standard, 3 Fawn of Albaz as well, Quem, Incredible Ecclesia, 1 Lubellion, and 1 Mercuria. Standard, I would say standard branded. But yeah, this was really awesome. I did like the Incredible Ecclesia. I have not run Incredible Ecclesia in my branded deck, so this was actually pretty awesome. But yeah, those were the monsters. And then for the spells, 3 Book of Moon, especially in the cash format. Very awesome. 3 branded fusion, 1 branded red, 1 branded lost, 3 branded opening, 3 fusion deployment, and 3 Nadia servant. This I did not expect. Yeah, but the 3 Nadia servant, actually pretty awesome. And then for the traps, standard branded banishment, retribution, and then your 3 imperms. Crazy main deck, absolutely crazy. And then let's just jump into the side. So he decided to play 1 Drewsworm and then 2 Magnamut. I've seen this being sided in a lot in the decks that I've come across. Very, very good. It hurt me a lot playing labs just to see somebody bestial my labyrinths from grave. So yeah, it kind of hurt. But yeah, let's continue. 3 Ghost Ogre, 3 Cherries, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and 3 Kurukara. And then the last thing is 2 Triple Tactics Talent. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then into the extra deck, you get 2 Albion, the Branded Dragon, and then 1 Albion, the Sanctifier Dragon. And then your Despian ProQuest, yeah, the Despian, the big Despian, the 1 Queritus, the 1 Dust Dragon, the Lubellion, 2 Mirror Jade, 1 Rindrum, 1 Titaniclad, 1 Guardian Chimera, 1 Sprint, love it, 1 Scarecrow, and 1 Dracos Dupelia. Absolutely awesome. I really like this deck, to be honest. Alright, guys, then top 8. Top 8 was crazy. Top 8, there were 6 cash players, 1 Trap Tricks player, insane, and 1 Labyrinth player. I really wanted a lab player to make top 8, and that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, I was absolutely happy when I heard top 8. So yeah, we're gonna go into the Trap Tricks. The Trap Tricks was pretty awesome. I mean, it is a standard deck, but I think Trishan, the person who did actually play the deck, was a good pilot. So shout outs to you. Well deserved top 8. Honestly, I did play against a lot of Trap Tricks players, and from the sounds of things, because I didn't play against you, but from the sounds of things, you were just piloting this like an absolute boss. So congrats again, bro. But yeah, let's go straight into your deck profile. So he decided to run 2 Ash Blossom, 3 Droll, 3 Parallel Exceed, which is standard, 2 Arachnocamper, 2 Dionea, 3 Mantis, 3 Mamelio, 3 Pudica. I gotta say, that's just standard Trap Tricks. I haven't seen anything different, but yeah, this was very clean. The monster lineup was absolutely clean. And then for the spells, 3 Prosperities and 1 Garden. Then for the traps, obviously you have your holes. So 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 2 Floodgate, 2 Gravediggers, and then you have your 3 Imperms, then 3 Holotea, 1 Nightmare, and then to finish it off, 3 Evenly Matched in the main. Absolutely awesome. Okay, let's just jump into the side deck. So he had 2 D-Barrier, 1 Drewsworm, and 3 Magnahut. As I said, Bestials in the side was absolutely crazy, the states. And then 3 Dark Ruler, 2 Gamma Seal, Cowboy for game. Again, shout outs to you, Michael. And 2 Lightning Storm and 1 Thrust. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Okay, let's go into the extra. So for the extra deck, we have 1 AA Zeus, 1 Exiton Knight, 1 Champion Standard, 1 Baguska, 1 Merrymaker, 1 Redoer, 1 Traptrix Olimeris, 1 Pingucula, I'm botching it again, Jordan, and then 2 Rafflesia for the XCs. And then for the links, we have 1 Traptrix Aptopus and 3 Sarah. and ending it off with one Underworld Goddess. This line was just absolutely awesome. I gotta say the extra deck was really clean. I really like the side deck, and again, congrats to you, Trishan. You were an absolutely amazing player with the Trap Tricks. I gotta say, most of the Trap Tricks players were probably like hyped when they heard you going to top 8. So yeah, we're gonna go straight into top 4. So the cash players in top 8 were that came 5th, 6th, and 7th. Their cash deck was also standard as well. Nothing much changed. So we're just going to jump into top 4. Top 4, guys. Top 4 was nuts. Top 4 was nuts. I did go ballistic again because top 4, Labyrinth. Labyrinth was top 4. Oh, it was absolutely awesome. So 3 cash players and 1 lab player. 1 lab player. The lab player in South Africa, I gotta say. I wish I could have that title, but I gotta say, your boy Future Knight, Eric, crushed States with his lab deck. So shout outs to you, Eric. You did so well. I am so proud of you, bro. So yeah, I am not going to post Eric's lab deck in this video. I want you guys to go to his deck profile, which he has posted. Link will also be in the description. So yeah, lab came 3rd, cash was 4th, but yes, Eric, you made top, baby. You made top 3. You made top 3. Congratulations again, bro. But yes, the finals was cash against cash. Pranesh versus Cam. Oh my goodness. And unfortunately, Cam did come 2nd. But Pranesh, congratulations. You've been playing cash for quite some time, so I think you really deserve the win. I'm going to go through his deck profile now. Cam also, I'm not going to go through his deck profile. I know I'm just like spamming links, but I do want these guys to get their recognition. So I'd rather you guys check out their deck profiles if you are interested in how and what they were playing. So yes, the winner of state championships in Johannesburg was Pranesh. So his deck was a standard cash deck, but the side deck was there was some things that I saw that I was really surprised to see, and it kind of made sense coming into states actually playing those specific cards. So main deck, Pranesh decided to play 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Shifter, 3 Kashtera Fenrir, 2 Arise Heart, 3 Unicorn, 1 Scareclaw Kashtera. That was just a monster lineup. Then for the spells, played 3 Book of Moon, obviously great in the mirror match, 3 Birth, 3 Theosis, 2 Pot of Desires. I was shocked when I saw this. 2 Pot of Desires. And then 3 Prosperities, 3 of the Field Spell, 1 Terraforming, 3 Talents. Pot of Desires. That's what like threw me off when I saw this. But yeah, if you are playing 3 copies of each card in your main deck, it would kind of make sense. So yeah, if you just want to draw into what you need to draw, then having those pot options were the best thing. It's why he topped. It's why he won the whole tournament. And then the traps, he played 3 Imperm and then 1 Big Bang. I was very surprised to not see the Ogre and the Prep, but this deck was kind of clean. Most of the cash decks that I've seen do play the Ogre and the Prep, but it looks like it worked out for him not to play those cards. Okay, then we're going to go into the side deck. So he ran 1 Appointer, which is now banned, 3 Droll, 3 Mansion, 1 Feather Duster, and then the 3 Nightmare Corruptor Ibli. So when I first saw this, I was shocked, genuinely shocked. But then when I realized most people decided to opt out of playing Lingaribo, it made sense why you would throw this in. I'm not too sure if this was Pranesh's mindset, but most of the locals and like I would say majors that we went to, cash decks weren't playing the Ibli lock anymore. And just to put this into states could have thrown a lot of people off, especially having it in the side. You know you're going first. You decide to just go for the Ibli lock. Your opponent doesn't have the Lingaribo or anything else to out it, especially when the deck is a deck that revolves around a specific extra deck mechanic, like your Xyz, like your Fusion, like your Synchro. So that was, I gotta say, that was probably one of the smartest deck building I have seen throughout the decks that I've seen. And then he ran 1 Lightning Storm, 2 Solemn Judgment, and 1 Thrust. Crazy side. Let's just hop straight into the extra deck. Gotta say, the extra deck, standard Kashtira extra deck, you ran 3 Arise Heart, 2 Shangri-La, 1 Baron de Fleur, 1 Dark Armed Xyz, 2 AA Zeus, 1 Donna, 1 Garura, 1 Big Eye, 1 Diabolos, got banned, 1 Almirage for the Ibli, obviously, and then 1 Goliath. Also, when I saw the Almirage, I was surprised. I thought you would put a Lingaribo, but it would make sense because other people aren't going to be running the Ibli lock. So having that Almirage just to get Ibli off the field would make sense. But yes, this is your state championship Johannesburg winning deck, guys. This was absolutely amazing. Again, Pranesh, shout outs to you. You did very well. Well, obviously you won the whole states, but yeah, this was such an awesome deck. I gotta say, it sucks that it did get hit, but knowing you probably make it work still. So yeah, again, guys, states was crazy. I gotta say, I can't wait to go into the other majors that will happen this year. I'm going to be parking my Labyrinths for some time. I want to play some of my other fun decks. I'm not too sure what I am going to play for the next majors. There's a lot of new archetypes that are coming. There's a lot of new support that's coming for all the archetypes. So we'll see what happens then. But yeah, guys, again, shout outs to AI. Shout outs to all my mates that helped me out. I could have not done it without you guys. And yeah, it's been your boy Quabs. Thanks for watching.
All right.
Peace.
I feel alive, yeah. Look at me racing the time. Bitches that I'm putting on to the side. I don't owe you nothing, did it? Put a ring on your finger, I was passing the time. Yeah, hated I started with that, but anyway, niggas still on the grind. Told you that I'm coming for what is mine. Got a couple of them pages in my head, find a way to take it straight to the heart. Dotted line, I'm the bigger artist. Got my niggas that gotta play a bigger